Okay, here's my sprinkler valves. This one here isn't being used. This one's in the future. These two are being used. This is the one in question that the diaphragm's worn out and it's leaking. Now, just to be clear, that sprinkler I showed you, they're not all going to leak. It's usually the one, possibly two, that's at the absolute lowest in the line. That'll be the one that leaks. Anyways, I've already turned off the main water, so we'll go ahead and get this open and I'll show you what it looks like. We'll go ahead and take these screws out to access it. Okay, so I went and removed the 8 screws. We're going to pop this off. There we go. There's the bottom. There's a spring, so that'll have to go back in there. And here's the diaphragm right here. Let's see if we can get this out without tearing it. I guess it really doesn't matter. We're going to replace it. You usually can't tell where they went bad at. I guess they can just get stiff. Alright, hold on and we'll compare this to the new part. Alrighty, I'm filming this at nighttime, so here's the new part here. There's the replacement number, 57045, and I'll get you a shot of which valve this replaces. Here's a new one. Here's the old one. Looks the same. Just flip them over. That indeed does look like the correct diaphragm. And I know it's the correct part number for this one, because if we, let's see, might be on the top here. Yeah, right here. It replaces these models, and mine was one of those models. Okay, so stand by. So right here on the side of the valve, you'll have a data tag with the model's numbers. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get this in real quick. There's the new one. Okay, all lined up. Let me go ahead and get the top on. Stand by. I'm doing this all one-handed, but just so you guys can see this. This little hole here is going to line up with this right here. So I'm just going to flip that back on there, put it on there just like that, and screw it on. Like I said, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's kind of hard. But I'm just going to go through and fill both surfaces and make sure they're clean and there's no obstructions or any debris on there. Okay, real quick, I got the screws in there, and as you can see, I'm kind of staggering them. That way I don't tighten them one side at a time. I'm going to go ahead and tighten the rest up now. Okay, so there we go. The repair should be complete. All the screws are back in there. I don't know what the torque spec is for them. I just run them down in a crisscross pattern like you would put in a wheel on a car, you know, intake manifold or whatever. And after that, I go back again and make sure they're all about the same. You just want to snug them down real good. Don't over tighten them so you start cracking stuff. Just make sure they're seated and good and snug. We're going to go turn the water on now and see if it works. Oh look, I was just going to turn my water on and there's one of my toads. Check that out. How cool is that? He's just kicking it over here in the flower bed. Hey buddy. Anyways, it'll vary where yours is. This is where I installed my water line going back to my sprinklers. So we'll go ahead and slowly turn the water back on. Now we'll go back there and check it out. Here's Mr. Toady again. Check him out, ain't he cool? Okay, so after turning it back on, I just took a paper towel and wiped all around here to get any water off of there. And after going around, I'll fill it with my fingers. You can see it's nice and dry, so we don't have any leaks. That's good. So we shouldn't have any more leaks in any of the sprinklers. Let's go check that real quick. Okay, this sprinkler here was leaking very badly before. I showed you another one. As you can see, we actually have standing water. And I don't think we have any more water coming out of there. Because I could actually see it flowing out before. So it looks like our repair's done and it's worked. Go check that other sprinkler. Okay, there's the other one. Looks like the new diaphragm did it. Okay, so come back over here one more time and fill it just to make sure it's all dry, and we are definitely dry. Quick funny story. When I was a kid, 13, 14 years old, I was really into sprinkler systems and everything. I'd fix them for everyone in the neighborhood and whatnot when I lived in Northern California. And you know, I was just a kid learning. I wish someone would have told me you just can remove the screws and replace the diaphragm. Heck, I'd go buy a brand new valve and cut the valve out and install a new valve. I installed mine above the ground, so I have easy access, but heck, some of those you had to dig a foot underground. So anyways, that's something I learned